Hello! Today we've got another makeup tutorial review, obviously. This time the theme was blue lips. Personally I really like doing blue lips lately, for some reason, I don't know why, but yeah. And dark blue especially is just, I think, a very fun color for coming autumn, or this autumn. I think when this comes online it's already autumn. Anyway, yeah. So my goal was sort of a wearable blue lip look. Now if you don't consider blue lips wearable at all, you know, you can always switch it for nude or pink or red or orange or whatever you prefer. But yeah, I went for blue, and for the eyes I just went for sort of a natural look with a hint of blue in it, just to tie it all together with lips. So yeah, let's get started. So as always I started out with the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Crème Rose as a base from the eyelashes all the way up to the eyebrow. By the way, I'm sorry if you can hear some tapping in the background, those are my neighbors. Yeah, can't do much about it. And yeah, anyway, I also applied the base underneath the eye a little bit because I wanted to go for a slightly smoky look. For which I used the Essence The Glow Must Go On Bronzing and Highlighting Palette, which also has some eyeshadows. Like the Cinnamon eyeshadow, which I applied with a fluffy blending brush. I mainly just applied this to make the blending easier later on. Like as you can see, it's almost the same color as my skin tone when blended, so yeah. And then I used a pencil brush and the Sandalwood shade. Nice warm dark brown shade. And I wanted to do sort of a smoky-ish look. But I did want it to be sort of cat eye shaped. So yeah, pretty much I used the pencil brush to make the lines. Then I used my favorite crease brush to fill in the rest of the crease. And yeah, the most important part about this is just to make sure that both sides look even. Like, that's seriously the thing that I'm, this is pretty much the thing I spend the most time on with any eye look. It's not building up the color, it's not the eyeliner, no, it's literally making sure that both my eyes actually look the same. Symmetry just isn't my, strongest point, I suppose. But eventually it worked, and then I just also applied some of the brown eyeshadow underneath my eye using the same brush as I did in the crease. Just to tie it all together, and again, just to make it a little bit more smoky. And then for my eyebrow highlight, I used the highlighter from the palette, which is a sort of a white goldish shade. Very shimmery, very pretty. And then I just used the blending brush with nothing on it, just to blend it all together. So there's a nice and smooth transition. And again, to just, you know, make it so smoky a little bit more, I also blended out the edges a little bit. Mainly upwards, because I don't want it to drag down, of course. Then for the eyelid I used the shimmery shade from the middle part of the palette, the darkest one. And I just really packed it on, but I did keep the inner corners bare because I want to highlight it, so, you know, not very useful to put a darker shade there first. But yeah, it was like the crease is matte, so I did really want to have shimmers on the eyelid. And then I used the highlighting shade again for my inner corners. Do make sure to blend it properly into the rest of the eyelid. I originally actually forgot to do that. So I went back later and did some more. And then it's time for a pencil. I used a white eye pencil this time because, again, I wanted to keep it... I wanted the focus to be on the lips and not mainly on the eyes, so I didn't want to make my eyes too dark. So yeah, I just used the white eyeliner this time to really open up the eyes. And nearly stabbed my own eye out in the process. Yeah. And then as an eyeliner I used this cream eyeshadow by Peggy Sage. It's dark blue and shimmery. It's really nice. You can use anything, you know, you have in this shade, of course. I just happen to have this. And also the eye pencil that I'm actually going to use on my lips later, but... there's a really big one, you'll see it later, so it's not very useful for really thin eyeliners. But yeah, I just use this cream eyeshadow as a gel liner. I do prefer to use a bigger brush for that, just, I don't know, it seems to work easier with that way. Whereas for an actual gel liner I would use a smaller brush. But yeah, I just kept it at a subtle wing this time. As in, I usually try to keep it at a subtle wing, but this time it actually worked. And then I went on to mascara, still the Rimmel Lycra Flex. It's still not empty, but it's getting there, so maybe in a few weeks I'll finally be able to use something else, even though I'm probably going to repurchase this one because I really do love it. But yeah, I just applied a whole lot of it on my top lashes. And then also a little bit on my lower lashes. And yes, I do look at the viewfinder sometimes. Like right here to do the stuff because my mirror otherwise would be too low to do my bottom eye. Is that a thing? I don't know. Anyway, then it's time for blush. I use Autumn Peach from Essence, which is a very natural shade, as you can see. It is pigmented, it just looks very natural, so it pretty much fits with anything in terms of colors. And then I just use the highlighter from the palette again. I also use the same palette for the shaping and everything on my face, by the way, but I'll just list everything I used down below in the description box, as usual. And then it's finally time for the lips. So I'm using this blue eyeshadow pencil from Yves Rocher. It's called Blue Nuit. And it's this really nice dark blue with bright blue glitters in it, which actually show up on the eyes and on the lips. Like, I also love it as an eye pencil. And also as an eyeshadow base, but yeah, this time I went for the lips. So I just pretty much outline my lips with it. Sorry, I'm out of focus here. I leaned into the camera too close. And then I just blended it inwards a little bit. And then I went on to actual lipstick. This one is from Makeup Revolution, Unicorns Unite, Horn of Magic. And yeah, it's a very nice metallic blue shade. Like this on top of the other stuff just really makes it, like obviously the eye pencil makes it darker, but this just makes it very, very metallic, and I think it looks very, very cool. So yeah, and then that's already the final look. As you can see, the eyes are pretty much simple, and then the lips are a lot less natural. But yeah, I really like it. I actually enjoyed wearing this a lot. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Bye! So yeah, on both eyes I just started to go with the inner half of the eyeliner. And really made sure it looked perfect.